Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime Fun. I dedicate this next story to my grandchildren, Ethan, Denver, Summer, and Violet, whom I love to have fun with. Today's story is called The Very Serious Lion Cub by Gabby Goldsack. Bantu was a very serious little lion cub. He never smiled and he never ever laughed. You see, Bantu was the son of Adu, king of the jungle, and he knew that one day he too would become king. And the thought of following in his father's huge footsteps worried Bantu. After all, the animals were always saying how great Adu was, and how good he was, and how kind he was, and above all, how wise he was. Bantu didn't know how he was ever going to be all those things. Oh yes, following in Adu's footsteps definitely worried Bantu. King Adu tried his best to bring a smile to his son's face. He knew that only a happy lion would make a good king. "Don't worry," he'd laugh. "I'll be around for a long time yet. There's plenty of time for you to learn all about becoming king. There's no reason why you shouldn't have fun along the way." But Bantu simply stared at him. As time passed and Bantu got more and more serious, King Adu became more and more unhappy. He couldn't bear to see his only son so sad. And as King Adu got more and more unhappy, so did all the other animals. Eventually, an air of gloom descended on the once happy jungle. Then one day, King Adu decided that enough was enough. He called a jungle meeting. "Tomorrow, we're going to have a contest," he announced. "It will be a contest to make my son Bantu laugh. Whoever makes him laugh first will be made king for a day." The jungle animals gasped. Then they started to chatter excitedly among themselves. Everyone wanted to take part. Everyone wanted to win. Everyone wanted to be king for a day. But above all, everyone wanted to see the little lion cub laugh. The following afternoon, everyone met beside the watering hole. A miserable-looking Bantu sat beside his father as the other animals tried to get his attention. "Us first!" bellowed the hippos, who were all wearing pink tutus. "Very well," roared the lion. "Let the entertainment begin." As the hefty hippos stumbled and bumbled their way through a hilarious ballet, everyone watched Bantu for the merest hint of a smile. But even though they bashed and crashed, bounced and flounced as only hippos performing a ballet can, Bantu's lips didn't so much as twitch. Next to take the stage were the amazing miming chimpanzees, whose specialty was doing imitations of other jungle animals. "Ah, these guys should make you laugh," King Adu told Bantu. But Bantu remained grim, even when they did a splashy impression of an elephant taking a quiet bath. In fact, only Choto the chimp looked more miserable than Bantu. Choto was sulking because he'd been told that he couldn't take part in the act because he just wasn't funny. It's not fair, moaned Choto as he nibbled on a banana. I'm as funny as the other chimps. After the chimpanzees came the laughing hyenas, followed by the wrestling rhinos and the gyrating giraffes. But none of the acts brought so much as a smile to Bantu's lips. As the last giraffe waltzed off the stage, King Adu rose sadly. I would like to thank you all, he sighed as he paced up and down. But it would appear that nothing can make my little Bantu laugh. Ha! Sulked Choto the chimp as he finished his banana. I wasn't even given a chance. And without thinking what he was doing, he tossed his banana skin to the ground. Watch out, cried Bantu as King Adu slipped off the bank, but he was too late. Ah! Roared King Adu as he skidded on the banana skin and landed head first in the watering hole. Oh dear! Cried Choto as the mighty lion shook his massive head and squirted water out of his mouth. Ooh! Gasped Bantu. Then his lips began to twitch and his chin began to wobble. Then, much to King Adu's amazement, Bantu began to laugh. The laughing got louder and louder until before long he was rolling about on the ground. Sorry, Father, he hiccuped. But you just looked so funny. Perhaps following in your footsteps won't be so difficult after all. The other animals held their breath. After all, no one laughed at their mighty king. But then King Adu's lips twitched, and before long he too was rolling around with laughter, and one by one the other animals joined in. Thanks, spluttered the King Adu, thumping Choto on the back. I think you'll make a brilliant king for the day. On hearing this, everyone laughed louder than ever, but no one laughed louder than Bantu the lion cub. King Adu smiled proudly. He knew that one day his son would make a wonderful king. That's it for today. See you next time.